Okay, so sorry. I forgot to change the name of the stream till the last minute. I guess I think I thought I had the right name on the stream, but clearly I didn't. I had the one from last week. We're just gonna go talk about finals and some predictions. I'm actually gonna create a new. We want to get this in writing, so I'm gonna get something on paper, not actual paper, because that's hard for me to show you guys. Actually, no, we'll do. What am I trying to look for? The stream or my finals predictions, because I accidentally I remembered to like schedule it, but I think I thought I changed the name, but I guess I clearly didn't. I remembered to change the thumbnail, but I did not. You'd think the thumbnail would be the thing I would forget to change, considering that takes more effort. So we're going to somehow it will. I will be judging though, so I'm not placing any money on this because that would be a conflict of interest. So this is more just for funsies. Um, 3 streams. All 3 combat robot streamers are on tonight. So we're giving out the finals info and stuff. But we're gonna start with ants, and I'm gonna talk about my predictions. For context, actually, I should put up the. This is how they pretty much explained it. Essentially, there's going to be a number. They're doing modified Swiss, but with, I don't know. Hopefully, my microphone's in the right spot. We're basically doing modified Swiss, but with ranks mattering. And so for ants, there's going to be 3 groups, and they're going to try to make them even numbers, but having the number of bots be even. So I think they estimates for the ants is going to be, this is down to 14, 14, 14, I think, based on bots that dropped out, unless I'm missing something. This might not be the most up-to-date one. There's been a lot going on recently. Like a lot of robots, even after the names have been announced, have been dropped out and stuff. So I'm not going to worry too much about the round 1 matchups, because because after round 1, I'm not even going to be able to tell who's going to fight who. Like, since it's not a normal tournament, even though we do have groups, I'm going to guess who I think is going to make it out of the group phase. And then we're going to put in a bracket to see who I think is going to win each of those matchups. So I'm going to start with group 1, and I'm going to write these down and then end up putting them in. That way I'm not trying to having to rearrange them. Oh my God. I'm a hot mess. Okay. I think there's no way that Unstable Isotope does not make it to the group phase. Or makes it out of the group phase. So we're going to write down Unstable Isotope. Obviously there is a way, but considering obviously this is going to be one of the toughest ones. The thing is, in this first group, a lot of the other ones I'm not as sure about. Because if Titus, I'm not as familiar with Titus. Titus is one of the more... Unfortunately, I don't have a better way to go through this. I don't think I can... 18-2 is a pretty good record. I've been to at least one event that Titus has been at. This is definitely has a good shot. Delirium, though, is kind of... They haven't fought much this season. So it's kind of hard to say. He hasn't done much with it, and it's got the little flipper. Yeah, that's not a very... that's not a lot of people share that opinion. Now it's got a lifter now. So it's a lot more like Jelly Baby. I think Delirium is going to end because it won finals last year. So I think it would be negligent of me to not think that Delirium was going to make it in out of there. And so we have to pick two more out of... So this is probably the lowest ranked one so far that I have coming out of this first group is Delirium. Titus in Riker Maneuver. I tentatively have those, but I feel like there's got to be some. It probably is worse having the lifter, but it makes it more, I think, sporting to have the lifter. I don't think Exogenesis is going to make it. Timutium, I don't think it's... Because is Timutium even driven by the original driver? Because isn't Technetium also qualified? Or is that... I'm trying to remember if that is qualified instead. Oh, maybe Technetium is qualified. It's in this group. So there's no... Because, yeah, Timutium is going to make it. Coalescence of Enmity. That one had a good run. It really only did one event. That was 44. 7-4. Maybe not as... Yeah, it did pretty well in its first event, but... Remember which one's Intrusive Thoughts. Oh, yeah, maybe not Intrusive Thoughts. This one, I haven't been to any of the events because I know that's out in Michigan. Yeah, that's pretty high for that record. I think it's just been to a lot of... Do I think what are my odds for Riker Maneuver? It's hard with a lot of these Michigan bots, or I guess this isn't really a Michigan bot. I'm trying to remember. Also, RCE, has it won any events? Or like... Because I don't want to just have the top 4 bots in the group. Okay. We don't have results for those ones. Got second at about spots. I don't know. I think it's got too many configs. So I'm going to go with no. So I'm going to put Titus. Is where we at. Forklift definitely isn't going to, not just because it's just a lifter. It's not even being driven. It's not being driven by the original driver because he drives Slam. Wait, is Forklift ranked higher than Slam? I did not realize that. Because Elliot, I think, is driving Slam. Yeah. Which makes me think it's not going to do... I didn't realize that. Wow, that's kind of surprising. I think it's going to be Imp over Forklift. I'm locking in Titus and Imp for that group. Because wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 14 bots. I'm pretty sure I could have swore it's been to an MR because I'm trying to remember what Cold Snap's been to. Because I really like Cold Snap. Well, the thing about I don't think it has, because isn't Cold Snap a shuffler? MRCA Beatles doesn't have shufflers. He's been to an event. He just hasn't been to an event with Cold Snap. He drives, it's actually one of the ones that qualified. I think it's, the driver of it is the one that did Chaos Splits. So Cold Snap, the robot's never been to an MRCA event, but the driver, yeah. Oh, I'm not even sure if that counts as an MRCA event, because it wasn't an MRCA qualifier, but it was. And that's the only that makes sense that was the only one, because that allowed shufflers, because it was technically a Tennessee event. So that isn't a qualifier. So that doesn't count as a qualifier because it wasn't. We got him. It might be an MRCA event, but it's not an MRCA qualifier. Because with 14, I think it's 3 or 4 bots end up making it in, depending on how the math works out. Because if it was 16, it'd be exactly 4. I'm trying to figure out my numbers. Imp. 21. Titus. 4. There's a good chance that it might also only be 3 in one of these. For group 2, I feel like Poison is a definitely a locked in. I'm gonna easy to lock in. Cuttlefish. I am biased in that I'm a fan of Cuttlefish, so I'm gonna put that in there. The thing is, who is gonna be our third one out of this group? Chop Shop. I don't know if I've been to an event with Chop Shop at it. I haven't been to any events with Jer. I mean, it has a worse record than Riker Maneuver, but I don't know. I feel like at an event like this, though, not having wheel guards is really gonna. Which fight? I know Cuttlefish. Apparently, Cuttlefish does well on for RSL's videos for shorts. Rebound. I keep jumping between things because I'm trying to remember where I put everything. I'm trying to remember which one that was. I don't know if I might have been busy doing something. Curb stomp. You know, I think I want a horizontal in the final. I think we will do curb stomp. And I don't know. I don't. The rebound it's between that and rebound, or and Pablo Escobar is also in that conversation. This is really tough because I'm not doing individual fights. I'm like having to decide between too many bots at a time. Because I feel like Pablo Escobar, curb stomp, and rebound are all vying for spots. But I don't know. Also, I feel like horizontals are really going to struggle against established robots because they're all going to have wedges. And I've not been paying attention. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to ants as much as I have in previous years. I don't know. I kind of would want to put Pablo Escobar in there. I think this is going to be definitely one where there's going to be 4. Remy is driving this one. I don't know. I might swap. I'm going to swap curb stomp out for rebound. I'm not going to. Although it's looking like a lot of verts. But that's not my fault. I promise. Rebound. Where did I put rebound in all this? So far, Pablo Escobar is like the lowest rank one. Assuming he can get his stuff together, because he was having issues with it. Okay, now let's look at group 3. I can't. You know what? I think it's only going to be 3 in group 1. I think the top ones are going to really be cannibalizing each other. So we're going to move on to group 3. Blight, of course. Blight being ranked. What is Blight ranked now? It was first at one point. I don't know if it still is. Third. Ampere. I haven't seen much Ampere this year, so I'm not as versed. In how Ampere's been doing. Because I know Ampere is on a tear. Yeah. I could check each real quick. I should have the I don't know why I didn't have this up, the freaking rankings app. Oh no, it's more than 3 people on, and it's like, did we break it? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not looking at this right now. This is going to tell me all the information I need. Light. So where are we looking at? Ampere. Because who is it lost to? It's weird. Atomizer, Slam. Lost to Atomizer. It's beaten It's beaten. Okay. The Golem. It's lost Intrusive Thoughts, Appropriation. Pipsqueak. Yeah, I don't. Oh, this is Winter Wars is back. Appropriation, Pipsqueak. That's a Golem. It's Chop. Trying to figure out what happened here. What fight was this? Oh, is it Nosferatu? That might have been Nosferatu. Yeah, it looks like it's all over the place. Oh, I guess it's had a bigger. Oh, that's because it started out with a lot of losses at that season. Because I think this one against what I'm assuming is Nosferatu. Well, Imp is definitely up there, but I'm not seeing wins against some Timushium, Chop Shop, Appropriation a win. I guess there is some really good bots that it has beaten, so it's kind of hard for me to. Yeah, because Ampere's, if it's going to beat Cookie Cutter and Cookie Cutter's already in there, it's hard for me to say no to Ampere. Technetium. I want. Trying to think of some of the bots that it's beaten. It's beat Pablo Escobar. Chip, Roundabout Strikey. Lost a speed bump and no name Ant Killer. Front Gator, Chop Shop. Seems to have some. Because what even. Ant Killer, yeah. Coalescence of Enmity. Moopsy. Yeah, I'm trying to go back a little bit farther. Grandma beat or lost a rebound. It's beat Cuttlefish. Yeah, kind of hard to say. Yeah. Because Technetium. I'd probably take. I don't know. This one's looking a lot like just picking the top 3. Ranked 9th. Cookie Cutter. Now we gotta look at Cookie Cutter. Where is. Going a little bit further back for this one. But who else? Because we got Cookie Cutter, Mondo Money, and Sublimation. I don't know much about Sublimation. What's Sublimation look like? $17.12. More Michigan. It's all these Michigan bots. I don't know what to expect from these Michigan bots. Between 1710 versus 1712. I don't know. I think I might, because like. Beat Pablo Escobar, lost to I mean, loss against Brunch is not a good look. But Beeling Scalar X, Unexpectancy. I don't think it's hard to say that Cookie Cutter is going to make it in. What was the other one I was saying? Sublimation. Mondo Money? I don't know, because are you even driving Mondo Money? Who's driving Mondo Money? Lane? You're not even driving it. So, and that's a robot who's driving it definitely matters. So I don't know about that. Especially there's some terrifying robots. We got Sublimation. It's got a lot of losses. Sublimation, Chop Shop. I'm not seeing any. Nosferatu is a pretty decent win. This is a Vert. Poison's already on there. I've already locked in Poison. So I wouldn't worry too much about that one. I don't know. I haven't really written anything down. Well, the thing is, like, what's also annoying is I'm trying to think of who's gonna make the top bracket, and the problem is I don't even know how many to pick from each, because it could be 3 or it could be 4. But I think 4 for 2 of them, and I have to pick which one's not gonna make it to 4. I don't know. I do think there's probably more likely to be a 4, because I feel, I don't know, I get, God, I think there would be more likely to be an upset. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. Mondo, because I think Cookie Cutter has... So, this is really hard. I'm literally just guessing at a certain point. And I have to move on to the... So we're going to... This is what I think is going to make it to the single elimination bracket. I don't know about Scrapper, because... Wait, is Scrapper going? Because I think that someone said that you weren't going, or you weren't sure if you're gonna make it. So I'm not sure if you're on. Are you on the list? Oh, Scrapper's on this list. I don't know if you've officially dropped out. But whoever gave me this list, I'm not seeing Scrapper on it. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. That was not fact. I wasn't just ignoring Scrapper. We got... I'm going to put in Unstable Isotope. There's no way this is going to actually end up being Poison. We're going to put a little number next to it. 1, 2, for the rank Blight. I think I do have Titus still in there. I'm not sure if it's a fit from the... I think this was what Toby put out, but... I hope you feel better. I hope it's nothing too bad. Okay, we got Blood. I had Cuttlefish on there. We're not... Wait. Because I feel like also, like the robots that... Oh, we got Ampere. We haven't gotten to the up. I have to put these in order. So I'm making sure to not write them in the order I wrote them down, because the group... At least I don't have to guess what order they're going to be in. That would be even more of a tall order. I'm going to assume the max number that were... Oh, yeah, you don't got to tell me what's going on, but... happened? Toby Topia bots. I'm not sure. Oops. Okay, so we got... Who is... Okay, now we start to get to some... I think I had Technetium. I definitely spelled that wrong. It's a good, I don't know. Cookie Cutter's been pretty consistent, but it's hard to say. Yeah, we'll throw Cookie Cutter in there. Wait, do I want... Because now we're going through a lot of, like, in order. Remember what Cookie Cutter was. Oh, Cookie Cutter is 14. Cookie Cutter is not next. Not next on the list. I had Delirium. It's 10th. Rebound. $13, I think. Cookie Cutter. I feel like the one... He does still fight. I don't know if he has... I haven't been to that many events. I don't know if he's been focusing as much on... And we'll put Imp at Impin at 21. And Pablo... I think Pablo Escobedo is going to be doing pretty good. 26. If I spelled it correctly. Okay, we got Escobedo. Nicium. Okay. No, you don't want to randomize seeds. Single elimination. Include a match for 3rd place. And then it crashes. I have the heat on too much. Okay. I assumed 4 from each. Make a 12-round bracket. Delirium versus Rebound. I wish I knew how to do polls. Oh, I can start a poll. I want to know... Oh. But who... When... I can do a poll. This is the first time doing a poll. All 3 of you get to vote. Unfortunately, this is not exactly the most interesting poll with 3 people. Oh, but we're divided. Okay. Oh, Delirium. I was kind of thinking Delirium anyways. That's kind of what I was leaning towards. Now I realize I don't know how to actually... I forgot to create an account. I think I have to... I just... 1 second. I gotta log in. Give me a moment. I made the mistake. Okay. Okay, now I should be able to... We'll just We'll just say we're running it, because whatever. Whatever, we're going to. Throw by combat, there we go. I'm just running it because this is a theoretical bracket. This isn't even a real bracket. Wait. I'm trying to get my chat back. Yeah, I think Delirium. The problem is I've never actually used this, so. We're going to move. Fort scores. Whoops. Yeah, I kind of hope it doesn't either. Pablo Escobar versus Cuttlefish. Now, end a poll. Do a new poll. Oh, I don't even have to put in a name. You get Cuttlefish. Pablo Escobar. Because I think. So I have a feeling it's going to be Cuttlefish in this one, but Pablo is. This is going to be a tough one. Because part of me is. Because this one could go either way. Because I think. Because these are both really good drugs. I don't know if these guys have ever. If they fought. Have they? Okay, we're split. Oh, someone keeps changing their mind. I feel like these have been to the same fight before. Actually, probably less to look through. Yeah, because I don't think they've fought. Because Pablo's not been around very long, so I don't think they fight. Gonna. 50-50? No. I don't know. This is a tough one. Because I'm trying to think of other beaters that Cuttlefish has fought. Because intrusive thoughts. Isotope. I think I have to give this one to Cuttlefish. Even though the votes say Pablo, I don't think this is going to go to... Oh. I think it's going to go to Cuttlefish. Okay, now we got... Oh, I have to end the poll. You're supposed to root for your own robot. I can't. I'm gonna put Technetium. I'm not probably gonna spell it wrong. I'm gonna tech versus the cookie. This one is hard to. I don't think these robots have fought much. Because I'm trying to. Because one of these is out in Michigan and the other is out in. These are in two different parts of the Midwest, so I'm not sure these two have fought too. We got Technetium. Oh, we got by a landslide. Yeah, probably true. Yeah, I think I'm kind of just going along with what you guys say. So, but yeah, I think barely. Because I think Cookie Cutter is a bit more isolated in the robots that it's fought. You know, we get Ampere. and Imp. I have a feeling this one is going to go Ampier's way, but yeah, I haven't seen much of Technetium because I don't go out to the Michigan too much. I didn't actually make it out to Michigan at all this year. Yeah, I think we already know this one's Ampier. That we only have one vote, but yeah. I think Matt is going to do better in his with the Beetleweight than he is going to do with the. I'm not trying to just do whatever you guys say, but yeah, but actually no, I ignored you on one of them. So we got Unstable Isotope and Delirium. Did I close out the poll? I keep forgetting to end the poll. Okay. So now I feel pretty good about. I mean, I'm not even sure if that's. I'm not even sure if who's going to be there. Delirium. I think this is where Delirium ends up being knocked out. This one, even though I spelled unstable wrong, just ignore that. I have like the keyboard to the side of me. Oh, we got 50-50? Because I think that it's going to be. Yeah, I'm going to block in unstable. Even. But. I feel like he's got to have something for Delirium. This is the closest to ranked bots. And pull. Yeah, Titus and Cuttlefish. I don't know. I feel. Unstable. Yeah. Well, I have to write this each time, so so of course I'm gonna mistype something. Oh, this interesting. We have more Cuttlefish on this one than we did against Escobeater, which is surprising. I thought if people are rooting for Escobeater, then they'd be going for Cuttlefish. I think I'm gonna go with you guys with Cuttlefish, because I felt like some of the fights. Yeah, it's a 4-wheel drive egg beater. It felt like some of its fights, it was like barely getting through some of them. So I feel like there's gonna be like it's a powerful robot, but I feel like at a certain point it's going to like hit a wall. I keep forgetting to end the poll. Then you got Poison and Technetium. I don't know if I should do this for all of them, but there's Poison and Technetium. I haven't been to any events with Poison. Have I done any events with Poison? I really need to make it out to Michigan next year. I gotta see what events it's been to. I think it's gonna be all Michigan. Yeah, I need to make it out to Michigan. These are all Michigan events. Yeah, we're always gonna give that to Poison probably. I think Blight. I already know. I think you guys are probably gonna vote Blight on this one, because I think this is gonna end up going Blight's way. Yeah, I'm gonna do a poll. I want to of what we got here. We got unstable. And Blight. Who do we think ends up winning out of these three? Did I break it? Oh, I can't. It's not even letting me do it. Did it? I broke it. Losses against unstable isotope, Pablo Escobar, cuttlefish, cutter slam. Ampere? That was it lost earlier in the year. Won last year. That's a different robot. I don't know. It has pretty solid. The thing is, okay, now I'm gonna do a vote. We're gonna do actually I'll do the vote since I skipped it and not poison. Blight and Ampere. I didn't do a vote. I'm uncertain because Ampere they've both beaten each other, but I think the last when Blight beat Ampere, or it was a long time ago. Amber. Oh, now everyone's voting. But yeah, I think this is when because I feel like 2 or 3 times that ends up going that way. Poison and Blight. I'm realizing I'm doing a poll with like 3 people in the chat, two people in the chat. Poison versus Blight. I think I don't think Poison and Blight have fought, have they? No, they've never fought. Oh, yeah, I got... Did I start? I am dumb as fuck. I lost track of time. I realized that I started the stream an hour early because I didn't change the clock on my freaking stove, and I was like, oh shit, whatever. You know, we'll put it on the vote. Yeah, I put it in poison. I like how you have similar names. What if I had plot armor? Yeah, I could definitely. Yeah, this is tough because you guys never fought. I don't know as much about what's going on in Michigan, so I am more. I'm like leaning towards Blight, but oh, 2 votes, 1 vote. Because Blight's has very few losses. Because obviously, like, we're not going to know until it happens, but 50-50. So I have to decide, I guess. Because the polls. This is the problem with having only 2 people in chat. I need a more popular stream. I don't know, Blight. Let me try to look at poison, isotope. Blight has so many more fights, so which has me leaning towards Blight. This is just sheer number of fights. So I'm gonna have to go with Blight on that one. Blight versus unstable isotope. Considering all the losses Blight has, we got a loss against unstable. Well, I guess we can sort by opponent. 3 losses against unstable isotope and 1 win, and the 1 win against unstable isotope is the oldest of these fights. So if it ends up being Blight and unstable, it would end up going to unstable. That's mostly, but because who has? If I go to let's go to unstable isotope. Who has beaten unstable isotope? Oh, like random. This is interesting. Oh, this is because it's in order of. Yeah, it's not in order of date. I was like, wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's a new robot. Hasn't lost in a while. And it lost to Bob. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because we definitely have a. Poison's definitely one that can win. Oh, who? I forgot our 3rd place match. Poison and Cuttlefish. Yeah, without the Wisconsin and Illinois events, there's been a lot less like crossing of the borders. No, this is the same stream. This is the stream that was coming up in but I looked at a clock that wasn't pushed forward on daylight savings, so I started at the wrong time. But we just started an hour early because I messed up. I was like, wait a minute. So we're just pushing. This is the stream. Oh yeah, I had cuttlefish for this one too. Wait, did I? Oh, I broke it. Oh. So this is going to be our little tournament. Because the one I had upcoming in an hour was the wrong name, is what I think you're thinking of. It was the recap I did last week, but I forgot to change the name. And so there's nothing to actually, there's no recap. And I haven't scheduled the stream for next week yet because the one for the Purdue is in 2 weeks. Okay, so I'm going to save this for now. I might post this picture as a picture somewhere from just for the internet to see my predictions. Now we're going to move on to Beatles. A separate YouTube. I've messed up. YouTube might be doing weird stuff. There is no other stream that planned. So this is. To be fair, I am dumb because I am the. So I think we have another. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, there is one in 2 weeks. I try to schedule streams out all at once, but okay. Is there just? I'm not because I'm pretty sure. Are they doing it dividing this up into 2 groups or 1 group? No, because I don't think anybody made a estimate for Beatles. I'm trying to remember. First round, see. So I just gotta. So we're just gonna guess out of 32 robots, how many do we think will end up going? Because out of 32, how many does that mean for a single elimination? Okay, 32. Gonna be about a quarter. Half is 6, or not 32. Why am I saying 32? We got 22 robots. 22, 11. So we're gonna have only like 5. So we're gonna have to pick 5 that make it to the top. This will be a lot quicker. So I'm just gonna lock in Pipeline Punch right now. Pipeline. Da, 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 da. What time? Do whatever right now is. Nice. Okay. I didn't add any robots. Did I fuck up? We're gonna do bulk add. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. We're gonna do Pipeline Punch. Yeah, Pipeline Punch definitely making it the single elimination bracket. That's I think French toast sticks is another one that we're just gonna assume Because if we go to rankings, Beatles, French toast sticks. Oh, I didn't realize it lost to the Throngler. You can ignore that one. Because it had a pretty strong start. I guess it had a bad event in June, but because it has Grim, Undervolt, Unga Bunga, so it's beating some scary bots. I'm trying to see some of the other ones because Herbert is one to pay attention to because I know what did Herbert do at the last event? Do you say hot dog? Hot dog. I can't not put French toast sticks in there. I mean, if it can beat Hodag, it's got to win the whole thing, right? Oh, Lunatic isn't going. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. Herbert. Because it went on a tear in the October event. Beating Fragment X in the Throngler. So Herbert's definitely a terrifying robot. I think it did have a... I think it's better than when I fought it in Circle City Clash and it barely beat my robot. Because it barely beat me in Circle City Clash. It got lucky. Let's just say that. I was having motor issues. Carmine's another one that's hard to not put in there. There's just so many. The thing is, a lot of these wins are recent. Voxel 6-1. Who did Voxel fight at whatever event it fought at? Slugger. Yeah, that was a wild fight. Oh, we got okay. Lost it. Okay. It beat Pipeline Punch, so it's kind of hard to not. Lost to Carmine and Lunatic. So it's kind of hard to say. Voxel probably will be in the top. Top 5. Although I'm not going to write it down yet because I have to write them in order. And that's probably going to be one of the lower ranked ones. Voxel V1. Grim isn't going to be there, so I'm not going to write down Grim. We got Voxel V1 is definitely has a good shot. Since Carmine beat it, it's hard to not put Carmine in there. Carmine at 4. Yeah, I accidentally started the stream early because I didn't change the clock on my stove and I freaked out and thought I had to start my stream. And I'm trying to find the top 5 that'll end up. I think will make the bracket, and then I'm gonna go through the bracket and guess who who wins what. I might, depending on how many people here, I'll do a poll, but I feel like I have to pick Marg just for representation of horizontals. Because we're really lacking in the horizontal. Because I don't know if I picked any horizontals for the ants. Although I know she's been having drive side issues. I hope she fixed those. Because I really don't want to have to... So how is Margman doing recently? Or Marg. Yeah, I'm trying to see some of the matchups against like really terrifying robots. Really bad against control bots. Like Wicked Wedge. But I'm not sure there's that many, because how many control bots are in finals? If it gets put up against performance anxiety, that'll be tough. Wicked Wedge, that'll be tough. I think even Fling It might... I think you can take on Fling It. Oh. Yeah, I think we'll do Marg and Voxel. Marg, which is ranked. Marg ranked 6th. And then we'll do Voxel V1 at 14. I think this is going to be our 5 that'll make it to the single elimination bracket. Okay. I'll do a poll just for funsies, because otherwise it's just going to be me filling. Because Marg versus Voxel. I don't know if this looks good for Marg, but because I mean there is, because also I don't know much about Voxel outside of, I know it goes to NHRL a lot. I don't know if it's gone to many other events. Let's go to Voxel. I really don't want a team defective win to win. Buckeye Bash gets second, right? Okay. Yeah, I think we got to start the tournament, quote unquote. Yeah, we got to give that to Voxel. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a much closer one, because then we're gonna go like how it'd be at the event, which would probably be French toast sticks. French toast sticks. Carmine. I don't think these two have ever fought. So that's the crazy thing about this event, is that there's gonna be so many fights that never have happened. This is why, and like I said before, this is why we need to bring back Wisconsin and Illinois events, because that's when a lot of the Michigan and Minnesota people would come together more. I'll be right back. I haven't gotten up in a minute. Um. Okay. Yeah, Carmine. Oh, we have. Well, how many votes we got? 2 votes. Known as. Yeah. Yeah, probably. You know what? I'm gonna go French toast sticks on this one, even though I'm probably gonna be wrong. I don't know. I have faith in Matt. This is my incredibly biased pick. There's obviously, but I'm allowed to do this here. I gotta get all my biases out now. That way, when I show up, we good. So this one, because this is my picks. These aren't necessarily your pick. I mean, it probably won't go that way, but Pipeline Punch versus Voxel. I'm also biased again for French Toast Sticks because he's out of the same city as me, and I don't want a team defective robot to win. They have to hold the line somewhere. Oh, we got Pipeline Punch for against Voxel. I have no clue if they've ever actually fought before, but I would 1 vote. I feel like that's another one I have to go with Pipeline Punch, but that's also because I'm also biased. Yeah, I think we're gonna lock in Pipeline on that one. I think Pipeline far and away has the highest scores. I have a feeling it's either who's gonna win this tournament. It's either gonna be a team defective robot or Pipeline Punch. Realistically, did I not add a fight for third? My dumbass didn't add a fight for third. Oh well. Not that it matters much. Oh, we're gonna end the poll. I'm not even gonna bother doing this. I think everyone's just gonna vote for Pipeline. If I put French Toast Sticks, because I think anytime they've fought, it's gone. I don't think. Because I don't think French Toast Sticks is beaten Pipeline. Why don't I just do this? They've only fought once? That's surprising. I guess Ian doesn't go to RSL up in Hastings that much. Yeah, they've only lost. Yeah, I definitely forgot to add the fight for third. Yeah, I think I want to know who would do better against between Voxel, because I forgot to actually do the fight for third, and I had my incredibly biased opinion in there. Voxel and Carmine. Because that one, I kind of do get the feeling that might go Voxel, or not Voxel, Carmine's way. Yeah, I think so too. I do think a lot of these, like everything I have here, is going to be completely wrong. Let's be honest. But if it is correct, but yeah, I have to pick things not everyone's gonna pick. Then it's surprising. Then it's like amazing if I end up getting it right. So yeah. For those that joined later, and by later I mean the time that I actually scheduled the stream, which is 7. We're gonna circle back to the ants that I was talking about because I did my what's it called? Predictions for the ants, but I accidentally started the stream early, so we're gonna talk about these. I ended up putting. So if we, I don't know, I had imp beating out some of. Let me get out the thing that. So this is for the ants. Oh, that's not what I wanted to open. I don't need to open a thumbnail. It's we know they're going to be put into groups. And so I picked the top 4 from each group, even though it's 14, so there theoretically could be 3 robots that end up moving on. I picked 4 because I had troubles picking 3. I had Delirium being, I think, the first. I guess that wasn't. No. I didn't have Riker Maneuver in the top. I ended up going to Imp because I don't know. I don't think Riker Maneuver going against this many like good bots is going to hold up. And Porklift isn't driven by the original driver, and because of that, I don't think Porklift's going to make it in either. And Imp is sort of next. I think Imp's a little bit more consistent than Bioluminescent or Slam and some of these other ones. And I guess there is a little bias there. For group 2, make sure double check who I picked. I ended up picking Poison because it's kind of hard to not pick Poison. Cuttlefish, definitely a solid one. I end up not going with Chop Shop. Maybe I'm biased against Hammer Saws. Maybe I don't think Hammer Saws with exposed wheels are going to make it out of this tournament, but not. But I think they're going to have a rough go of it. Because I think sometimes I've seen Chop Shop have difficulties when it comes to taking damage, and there's going to be a lot of damaging robots. So I did actually I think I put Rebound in there. Where's Rebound? Oh yeah, I put Rebound in there. And I reached back and I pulled in Pablo Escobeater. I thought Pablo Escobeater was going to make it in there too. Because Pablo Escobeater, I think it started really strong at its first event and then sort of dropped off for a bit. But I think maybe he might get it back to being pretty good. And our group 3, Blight, easy pick. Ampere, also easy pick. Technetium, it's probably going to make it. Probably safe bet. And I was looking at the top ones here, and I ended up going with Cookie Cutter mostly because it has a much longer track record than Sublimation. And Mondo Money isn't being driven by the builder, so that having a secondary builder makes me a little bit less confident. But in Sublimation, I think it just doesn't have as long of a record as Cookie Cutter. Just I'm picking experience in that case. First round, I ended up going to Delirium. I think Delirium's might even go further than I have them in this bracket, but we'll see. Although, I don't know, there's going to be a lot more bots that might be able to deal Delirium in this tournament, so we'll see. Cuttlefish beating Pablo Escobeater. This is definitely one that I went against the votes. People voted for Pablo, but I think Cuttlefish is definitely much more dialed in. Technetium being Cookie Cutter, since I kind of had them. I was on the fence on that one anyways. Technetium, a little bit more solid. Even though I haven't been out to Michigan, so I haven't seen much of Technetium. Ampere being Imp was kind of an easier one to pick. Unstable Isotope, even though I don't think he's fought Delirium. I think that still goes unstable. I think Titus it's a very damaging robot, but I don't think it's as consistent. So we'll see how it ends up working out. Because let's go back to our ranking. I'm trying to think of who Titus is beat. Oh, it's been more events than I thought. Oh, it did beat Poison, which is a pretty big one. I don't know. We'll see how that ends up working out, but Poison being Technetium, of course. Blight, and this one could go as another one that could go either way, but I just barely gave it to Blight, I think. And then Blight being Poison, I might be wrong. I could easily be wrong about this one because I don't know if I don't think they've fought. I forgot to check. Yeah, because I don't think they've fought Poison. That's not it. I hit the wrong button. No, they haven't fought Poison, so that's a hard one. But again, I ended up leaning towards the ones with more fights. And unstable. I think in between these two, I had to give it to Unstable Isotope because it has won a lot more. And all of the most recent fights, like Blight beat it the first time, but all the most recent times it's gone Unstable Isotope's way. Because Unstable Isotope has been getting more consistent over time, not less. So, and this one was just pure bias, but I'm going to be there. I didn't qualify for finals if you didn't catch my last stream, so I won't be there. Oh, I will be at the event, but I'll be judging. So if you don't like your judge's decision, I guess you can blame me. But I'm going to be there. It'll be exciting to see. I'll end up obviously watching every single fight, so that'll be both good and bad. But it'll be a tiring day, that's for sure. And a long day. I won't be getting there as early as everyone else being the judge, at least. So that's good. Based on Elo before final, but yeah. Okay, I'm curious. Yeah, if ironically, I'm gonna end up closing the stream a lot earlier since I clearly started it early, but because I don't really have, those are pretty much my predictions. If you want, you can comment who your predictions are. Next week I'm going to end up. I have another video coming out tomorrow on Friday. It'll be another event recap. We'll see how quickly I can get out some of the other ones I have going, but I know the Hodag video I'm gonna try to make a longer video for that one. I'm not just gonna do a quick recap. It's gonna be a long build video, but my last event for the year is gonna be the weekend after finals. Not next weekend, but the weekend after. That'll be at Purdue. It'll be a less competitive event, I think, in comparison to a lot of the other ones. So I'm not going to be like stressing about qualifying for finals or anything like that. But tomorrow or next week, since I haven't scheduled that stream yet, I'm going to be working on a new bot. It's going to be a bot not meant for me to drive. But because next year I'm going to go all, like, I was thinking for my, like, plan for my robots was going to be going to the more educational sort of robots. Like, that's why I sort of designed the robot that could be made without 3D printed parts. And I was going to make like a kit version of Jackalope, I was going to make my own version of Cap Jackalope and then make it in a way that easy for other people to make. And then build off that to build other archetypes and using that same baseline. But I decided that instead I should focus on getting competitive because I feel like I've not been as competitive. I almost feel less competitive this year than I was the year before, even though I've been trying the same amount. But my robots just haven't been performing, so I'm going to focus on getting my robots to be competitive before I try to worry about getting other people's robots competitive and teaching other people. I got to learn myself on what wins, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop putting out videos. Even if I'm going to still be putting out recaps, I don't know if I'm going to try. I feel like with the YouTube stuff, I've been trying less hard. I've been like less strategic about it and just trying to put out good videos and trying to focus on getting robots that actually win. But thanks for tuning in. I'm going to try. My goal is to keep streaming every week, but I won't, obviously I don't plan on streaming Thanksgiving or Christmas, but we'll do my best to stream every week. Doppler's on the way. Is Doppler going to break all my predictions? Is Doppler going to win the whole thing? Sorry I didn't have Doppler in the top 12, but you just break all of my predictions. I realized a big reason Skunk Ape didn't end up qualifying is in that October event, I wired the weapon motor backwards. And it kind of sucks that a big reason I didn't qualify is like, oh, the weapon was spinning in the wrong direction. It got me stuck. We'll see. I'll definitely be there. I volunteered. So you'll see me there. I'll be judging you. So just make them all knockouts to make my job easy. We're going to have, yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll be a fun day. It'll be a long day. Ironically, it'll probably a longer day than if I would have just qualified because I'll probably be having to pay attention longer than if I qualified, because even if I qualified, I probably wasn't making it out of the Swiss phase or whatever. Yeah, definitely you can see some of my biases towards the Wisconsin builders with Cuttlefish making it all the way and Imp making it into the bracket, but yeah, it'll be an exciting day. I feel like the ants is going to be, there's a lot of robot, like there's no way. I'd be surprised if I get half of these right for like who's even making the bracket. Because once you get to about like here, like once you get about halfway, it really starts getting to a lot of some good robots. But kind of disappointing. I think I'm not going to be able to fight there, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I already did my predictions because I accidentally started the stream early, but